Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Thursday, August 27th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on Facebook, YouTube, and Sportscaster. So once again, not a good morning this morning. As you all know it, Hurricane Laura made landfall just west of New Orleans in Cameron Parish, Louisiana. Once again, our thoughts and goes out to those affected out in Lake Charles. Please, once again, please, everyone, please donate whatever you can to whatever comes up. Because look, this was absolutely, I'll be honest with you, absolutely destructive. That was just last night. It was just like remembering Katrina all over again, 15 years later. So we'll be going over today's news headlines. So once again, our thoughts and condolences go out to prayers go out to the people in Southwest Louisiana and Lake Charles after once again Laura makes landfall just after 1 a.m. this morning. I was just, like I said, watching the coverage all night long, and it was just like once again, be honest with you. Let's go ahead and send you some send over the links over to Sportscaster. We apologize. I mean, we're going to send over the links in just a second. So everything's on. So once again, Sportscaster, Facebook, and Twitter also has YouTube also has them. Once again, thanks for joining us this morning. So let's go over some news headlines. We'll also have Saints training camp updates. That'll be around 11:30. So we are live today. So so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go over some news headlines here. We'll switch this over. Let me get this out. Sorry about that. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this off the screen for the logo off the overlay off the screen. Sorry about that. There it is. We'll switch it over and we'll go over some news headlines. We'll go over the score. Let's do that. Sports headlines here before we do Saints training camp updates. Sports headlines here before we do Saints training. Okay, let's switch this over. I'll put this in a different link, so we'll have it up differently, separately. Let's switch this over. Okay, let's switch this in. Okay, this is from thescore.com. Reports of key NBA players optimistic that majority wants the playoffs to continue. So I think it's good news. Hopefully, players and league board of governors will meet today. So it's about a half hour. So once again, they did meet. Hopefully, we'll get a word from them tonight. Thursday morning, they are not officially postponed. So the playoff games are not postponed, but anything can happen at any time. So if we get that, we'll put them on the Twitters and the Facebooks for you for people. So once again, this is from thescore.com. Just to reiterate, playoffs. Hopefully they'll continue. So we'll switch this over. I'll go over to another one. Okay, let's go over to this one. Put this on the screen. Okay, several NFL teams canceled practice amongst the social injustice. So it's also affecting the NFL as well. So that's The Indianapolis Colts, New York Jets canceled morning sessions with their practices. Also, the Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers also postponed Thursday's practice. The Washington football team, also the Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals follow suit. So everybody is definitely 100% on board with this situation going on in Washobie. I think it's Washobie, Wisconsin, with the young man that got shot a couple of days ago. So unfortunately, that's social unrest across the country. So so all the teams listed did cancel their practices. So unfortunately, they most likely won't have practices this morning. Hopefully, the Saints didn't follow suit. If they did, we'll keep you updated on that. So once again, this is from dscore.com. Go to dscore.com, and we'll switch over, and I'll see what else we'll go into here on the score. Okay, let's go ahead and update. Let's give you that update. Just coming in. I have to pull it up. So once start power does, let's give you this update. See if I can get it in. I don't know why I'm not getting this. Come on. Here's a update. Let's give you an update on this. I just got it in. Okay, report NBA players decided to resume playoffs. So looks like the playoffs will be postponed. So it's probably going to so that's we're looking at that right now. So let's see. That's from Adrian Wojnarowski. He just put that out just a few minutes ago. All 3 games will be postponed. Wojnarowski added, so they decided to resume playoffs hopefully by this evening. Players are expected the postseason to resume this weekend. Probably it's going to be this weekend. Hopefully they will come to a resolution and stuff like that. So switch this out, and I'll go over some more stuff. Okay, I'll pull this up. Okay, Jawan Walker going to the Blue Jays, so it's another trade deal going on with this. He's from the Seattle Mariners. He sported a 4.00 ERA, 107 WHIP in the last 5 seasons. So he will be going to the Blue Jays in a trade from the Seattle Mariners. So that's Ken Rosenthal just put that out for the Athletic. So please follow him at Ken Rosenthal. Okay, let's pull this back up. I don't know why we're getting a. Hit the refresh button. Okay, let's see. Put this in, or let's put this in, drop this in. Okay, Matt Smith, being black in America is not easy. This is Dominic Smith. He's with the New York Mets, so that's he's chiming in about what's going on in the country right now with the civil unrest and protests that's going on in Washobie, Wisconsin. That's after the shooting of Jacob Blake. So he grew up in a impoverished neighborhood in South Central LA. So he his path went through the Major League Baseball Urban Academy, which was founded in Compton, California back in 2006. So that's, like I said, look, he's saying the truth right there with the social injustice going on in the country and stuff like that. So he's got a point. He's absolutely got a point. So once again, this is from uh, um, thescore.com. Go to dscore.com. That's dscore.com. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay, Jonathan, Marshall, I'm trying to say his name. It's a tricky name, but trademarks defined with the Golden Knights. So that's yeah, the player that they talking about in this article. So they talking about Las Vegas Golden Knights. He's one of those players with them. So I'll be honest with you. Look, I think, like I said, this is from John Matez. You can follow him at dscore.com. That's dscore.com. We will switch back. Why we keep getting have to reload the page again? We need to reload it. Yeah, a couple of more times. Let's see. We'll put this up on the screen. I'll give you that in a second. We'll put this up on the screen. I'll share that screen. Okay. Marky Alexander father Gene was found alive Thursday morning. So good news for that young individual. So once again, his father was found. Alexander was ranked at Kissimmee Preserve State Park that was in Florida. Sheriff's office said he's in good health, so good news there, to say the least. So once again, this is from dscore.com. You can go to dscore.com. Let me refresh the go back to the home page. We'll go back to the top news homepage. I don't know why we're getting these damn. Switch this out. I'll refresh it. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over to Rizzo. Let's see what he's saying. I'll pull this up on the screen. Give me 1 second to put it in the share screen. I'll put it in. Okay. Cubs first baseman Anthony Rizzo expressed his frustration with lack of action from politicians on Wednesday regarding the shooting of Jacob Blake by police in Goshobe, Wisconsin. The tragedy came 2 years after a massive shooting that was in Parkland, Florida, with the young kids over in Parkland, Florida. He said, "I've gone through a lot of my high school SHIT, which is shit. I'll say it, but I'm not on the just a matter of fact, politicians don't really give a F about us." That's what he's saying. Rizzo's comments follow his team's 7-6 loss to the Detroit Tigers, so that's unfortunate. These MLB players have to go through all this turmoil going on in the country. Look, I agree with Anthony Rizzo, what he's saying. I agree 99%, to tell you the truth, because what? These politicians, what? They don't give a damn about you. All they care about is this, money, and that's money. So that's just an understatement. I mean, what all these athletes should speak out and absolutely should have a voice, not shut up and dribble like what's her name says on Fox News. So once again, this is from dscore.com. Go to dscore.com. Thanks for joining us, Avery. Once again, this morning it's not been a good morning. We're still here in the state. We're still reeling from the aftermath of Hurricane Laura that came ashore in Cameron Parish, Louisiana. That's southwest of here. So we're just okay. Saints practice reports are coming up, so we'll go ahead and then switch around. I'm going to switch around, and we'll go over to the Saints practice reports. They're all live, so let's go ahead and put this in.
Ignore it or pretend like it wasn't happening, and I think that I think we've got the right leadership in this locker room to understand those elements and having the correct balance.
John, what do you think it's going to take for, I guess, the rest of the country to get the message and to understand what's going on?
Well, look, I think whether or not everybody in this country understands what's going on is one topic, but the ability to make change and to move forward in a positive way is a different matter. And I think, we're right in the middle of what is an election year. We had the convention, the Democratic convention last week, this week, the Republican convention. All of those things are taking place at the same time. I think that it's never easy, and yet these topics sometimes aren't easy, and yet there's an old adage: the obstacle is the way, and it's not going around. It's understanding and going through it and addressing it, even if it means uncomfortable conversations and topics that may make people somewhat uneasy. All right, thank you.
Okay, that was Sean Payton talking about the racial injustice going on in the country. I'll be honest with you. Wait a second. Somebody's getting ready to come in.
That, and then I'll pause the 1 second too long.
So we'll have some more Saints players come up in just a few moments. Thanks for joining us here today on this morning. After Hurricane Laura made landfall in southwest Louisiana and around the Lake Charles area, that's around Cameron Parish. Unfortunately, once again, please donate. So please donate to any charitable organization that will help out in the relief efforts. So we'll go over some more news headlines. Let me go ahead and switch this over. We'll go over to more news headlines. We'll wait for the Saints updates to come back up. So we'll switch over back to the score. So we'll have the Saints come back in just a few moments. So let me go ahead and switch this back over. So looks like we got same updates. we'll go over to the sporting news side. Switch over to sporting news. Okay, fantasy football breakouts. We'll go ahead and go over that just a second. Fantasy football breakouts in 2020. Best ADP value picks and top draft steals by position. So we'll go over that for a few minutes before we get back to our Saints coverage. Here, Saints practice reports will begin. We'll have another player come up. Just a few minutes. Okay, let's go over those draft. Switch this out. Okay, quarterbacks. Kyler Murray. ADP ranking is 55th, so nice little ranking. Tom Brady. Once again, Tom Brady has an ADP rating of 83, so nice little rating right there. Carson Wentz also has an ADP rating of 87. That's another one that will be on people's radar during the NFL season. Also, Ben Roethlisberger, his rating was 116. He finished 2018 with, let's see, 5,000 yards passing. So, overall, so once again, Jimmy Garoppolo has an ADP rating of 136. Cam Newton, 161 ADP rating. Now, the fantasy breakout running backs would be Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His ADP rating is 19. Miles Sanders, his ADP rating is 23rd, 23. Also, David Johnson, ADP rating is 52. David Montgomery, ADP rating is 64. Cam Akers, ADP rating is 70. J.K. Doblin, ADP rating is 98. I'm looking at it right now. Zach Morris, ADP rating is 137. Also, Damian Harris from the Patriots, ADP rating is 197. Darrington Evans, ADP rating is 227. Also, Joshua Kerry, ADP rating 244. So ADP rating 244. So we're going over those right now. We'll have the Saints practice reports in just a few moments. We're waiting on some more players coming up. So we'll be going through these while we wait. Okay, this is from sportingnews.com. Go to sportingnews.com. You can get those ratings, and you can decide for yourself for your fantasy drafts and stuff like that. Steals. This would be Calvin Ridley. He has an ADP rating of 43. Nice little rating there. Also, Robert Woods. He was ranked 37th and also 20 spots lower. His ADP number is 57. Now, Tyler Boyd with the Cincinnati Bengals, his ADP rating is 74. Brandon Cooks, his ADP rating is 91. So ADP will give you that acronym. DeAndre Johnson, his ADP rating is 109. Jamison Crowder, his ADP rating is 125. Sterling Shepard, his ADP rating, he's with the Giants. ADP rating was 135. Anthony Miller with the Bears. ADP rating is 155. Also, Curtis Samuel with the Carolina Panthers. ADP rating is 175. Michael Pittman Jr., his ADP rating is 185. Brandon Akers. His ADP rating is 206. Now for the tight ends, we'll give it a tight ends. Hunter Henry, his ADP rating is 66. He had 55 catches for 652. Also, in the full season pace, he had 73 catches, 869 yards, and 7 scores. Also Hayden Hurst with the Atlanta Falcons. ADP rating is 112. Mike Grosiski, I'm trying to say, his ADP rating is 124. Joan Smith with the Titans, his ADP rating is 142. Chris Hendon, his ADP rating is 203. Ive Smith with the Vikings, ADP rating is 209. He used 12 or 13 personnel, so that's he was out of that 12 or 13. Dan Arnold with the Cardinals, ADP rating is 347. So that's your tight ends and wide receivers and running backs. That is, let's see, ADP is considered as, it's average draft position. That's what it's called, average draft position. So that's what the acronym is. It's called that. This acronym right here. This is what we're talking about right here. It's called advanced average draft position. So that's from Sporting News. Go to sportingnews.com. That's sportingnews.com. Okay, what else we'll talk about? Looks like we'll go over the fantasy injury updates. Just about an hour ago, they just put them out. David Montgomery, Sony Michaels, and AJ Green, more impact rankings and draft. Okay, this is what they're talking about. David Montgomery updates. Let's give you those injury updates on him. David Montgomery looks like he was carried off the field. I think it was in trying to see Wednesday's practice, according to Adam Schefter. So if you're drafting David Montgomery, kind of try to consider getting another replacement for him, because look, if he's injured and won't go, he probably might not go for the first for week 1. So hopefully he can be okay. Also, Ian Rappaport talked about it as well. Montgomery expected to be out for 2 to 4 weeks. That's probably not good news for the Chicago Bears as we go. Now, Sony Michaels returned to practice today, so he did return to practice. So he is going to go for week 1. So if you want to get Sony Michaels, that would be your probably would be your choice right there. Now, AJ Green, ready for is he going to be ready for week 1? Most likely, with his hamstring injury, he did return to practice since August 17th. That was a couple of days ago. So so it looks like you most likely miss with an injury. So most likely AJ Green will miss with an injury. When will Deebo Samuels be healthy? He had a foot injury that was just the earlier this week. So that's he's hopeful that he would be out ready for week 1. Now, Kiki Coach's injury update. This is from the Houston Chronicle. Follow them at the Houston Chronicle. So most likely he will probably this probably isn't a long-term injury, so that's probably good news right there for fantasy owners that want to draft that young individual. So once again, this is from. Let's go back to Saints updates. Let me get this switched back over. so we hear them. So we get back or switch back in. Hold on. I don't hear no audio. Let me switch it. Apologize. Trying to get audio in.
Just help me and push me every day. But it's definitely been a challenge. But every day a new day.
Has there been anybody in particular that you've been kind of leaning on as a veteran?
Yeah, guys like Malcolm Jenkins, Janoris Jenkins, even like Jameis Winston. Even on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of guys have helped me a lot through these days. It count.
Next question from Amos Morale. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, obviously, with the position group, it's really deep, a lot of talented players. Do you feel more pressure to kind of show out in training camp knowing you won't have preseason games because you've got such tough competition?
Man, I knew coming into this that we weren't going to have any preseason games. And, I knew it was going to be a challenge anyway. This is the NFL. Everybody's a professional. So, every day it's a challenge. But, every day you just got to go out there, do what your coach tell you to do, compete. And, you lay it all on the line and everything will fall in place.
Next question is from Christopher Donalds.
Hey, Keith, what are some of the biggest adjustments you've had to make coming into the Saints defense, and how does the Saints defensive style either complement or not complement your skill set?
Some of the biggest adjustments just learning, where you help at. In college, most of the time I was just going out there lining up against the best guy and just covering them pretty much on my own. But, it's a team defense. So once you learn where you help at and just learn it, the different principles of the defense and everything, it make playing ball a lot easier.
Next question is from Amy Just.
Hey, yeah, you just talked about some of the teammates you have that have been helping you out, but today, for example, AG was working with you on the side. What's that been like learning from him?
He's a guru, man. He's been coaching me hard every day. Giving me all the little things that I need to do to help myself become a better cornerback and a better football player. So it's been a blessing that I can have a coach like that on to help me out through this process.
What did he tell you today?
Man, just little football techniques and stuff that he know and that he used when he was playing and that can help benefit me when I'm on the field.
Next question is from Luke Johnson.
Keith, how much do you think you've grown just in these last couple of weeks? Where would you kind of put yourself from the start of training camp to now?
Man, I say I've grown a lot just from a football standpoint. Just like I said, just knowing how to play football and where to be at. Just learning even new techniques that I didn't know before. So every day is something new that you can learn in this game, and I feel like I've learned a lot, but I still got a long way to go.
Just when you're out there first starting out, where is your confidence at there, and like how do you kind of keep that up if like things aren't going great right off the bat?
I mean, man, I play cornerback. So anytime you play cornerback in football, and especially in the field, you gotta be confident in yourself, man. You're gonna get beat sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna give up touchdowns, but you gotta have that next play mentality. And, I carry that a lot. So, I'm very confident in myself and my abilities. And, if you make a mistake, man, you just got to shake it off and bounce back.
Next question is from Roe Brown.
Yeah, Keith, talk about what you learned from practicing every day against a receiver who caught 149 passes last year. And he's one of the best in the league. What does that teach you?
Man, you got to be on your toes every time you step out there, and even if it's a walkthrough, 7-on-7 one-on-ones team, there's no plays off, especially at cornerback. So it's definitely challenging, and like I said, it's a blessing to have these veteran guys that have performed in the league for years, and proven themselves. So every time I step out there in that field, man, I just got to bring my A game and compete. Nick, do you have a question? I think we're good. All good. Good. Yes, sir. Appreciate
All
it.
good. Thank you, Keith.
I appreciate y'all.
Okay, that was Keith Washington II. So look, we will have more players coming up. So when we get them, we'll send it back to the Saints YouTube channel. Once again, please give the New Orleans Saints a follow. That's always appreciated. So we'll go over some more news headlines. So switch this back in. I'm going to switch this back over to say more news headlines on sport on here. Just switched out. Go back and switch back in. Okay, let's see what else. Looks like we got not much there, so we're going to go ahead and switch this over to the sports news. I'm going to switch over to the sports news side. We'll go over to this side now. Okay, let's see, we'll switch over. Go over to the Denver Post. So we'll put this Denver Post article in. Okay, this is from the Denver Post. Follow them at the Denver Post. We'll give it as information. I don't know what's going on and why we got these ad block modes. I got to get this off the screen. Apologize. Get this switched out. Don't run this on the page. Okay. Scheduled practices for 9/15. No activities on the Broncos field yet. So once again, no activities going on with the Denver Broncos. So that's up in Denver. So this is from the Denver Post. Follow them at the Denver Post. Give them a follow. The team previously scheduled a practice at 8 a.m. I think that's in the Mountain Time Zone, but unfortunately, it's no right now no activities on Broncos field yet. So no activities. Once again, this is from the Denver Post. Go to the Denver Post. We'll switch this out, and we will go to another article. Let's go over to this article from NFL.com. I'll put this up on the screen. Okay, running back for Cincinnati, Joe Nix missed practice due to migraine issues. So that's unfortunate right there for him to miss practice. So once again, this came out at 10:59 Central Time. He's in the Central Time Zone. So he has missed practice just due to a migraine issue. So once again, this is from NFL.com. Go to NFL.com for more information. Okay, let's get back to more Saints players coming up. I'm going to switch back over. More Saints players are coming back up.
The Jacob Blake stickers, can you tell us how that came about and, what that meant to you guys to be able to wear that sticker?
Came about, we had a team meeting. It was something that was just, that was decided above us that we were going to wear it, in honor him. But that's not our main thing that we're doing. Trying to do some other stuff, to honor him and honor everything that's going on. Just put a word to it, and just let everybody know, that we're not going to stand for that.
Next question is from John Sager.
Craig, how important, I guess, was it for you guys to have unity throughout the team on this to show you all one voice on it?
Okay, so let me go on and start. I don't want to be rude, but I kind of know every question is going to be about Jacob Blake right now. And I know as a team, as captains, we're still deciding on stuff to do. So I honestly, I have my own thoughts, and I really don't want to speak for everybody in the Saints organization. So if you want to talk about football, we can talk about football, but I don't want to put my own personal thoughts above all my teammates and all that. I feel like that's something we should do collectively as a group. And I just want to let that be known, as we're answering all these questions right now, and they're all pretty focused on the same topic.
Next question is from Catherine Terrell.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, is this the most time in a few years that you've gotten this amount of snaps with the first team? Are they rotating more than normal?
No. We're just, guys, we're a whole linebacker room, right? So we're here to take care of each other. Going with different groups, it's a different skill set that you're going against. We got young guys going with the ones as well. Just trying to get a look at everybody. We're all competing, and just trying to figure out, who can play, and what we all can do for this team.
Just to follow up, do you think the defense typically has an advantage early in training camp because you know the offensive formations and what they're trying to do in practice? And does that typically even out, or is it different every year?
I guess you can say that. As a defensive player, you would say the offense would have some type of advantage too, because they know the same formations and how we play them. They have keys as well. And Drew's been playing against this defense since 2006. So I guess you could say he's been there, done that with a lot of things. So it's just a learning curve. And, I guess as a team, man, we're just playing. Competition has been at its highest since I've been here. And it's really showing when we compete offense versus defense, just iron on iron.
Next question is from Amos Morale.
Yeah, you mentioned that competition has sort of been at its highest. Do you think that's sort of a product of the fact that you guys don't have preseason, so everybody's kind of amped up a little bit more?
No, not at all. I just think we just really have a really good team with a lot of depth. You got a lot of guys that's played a lot of snaps in this league, and then we sprinkle in some rookies that can play as well. So them just watching after some of these old guys and learning new tricks, that's only gonna make them better. And it's just, like I said, iron sharpens iron. Like when you have a receiver room that's deep like we have, like they're all learning from Mike T. They're all learning from CJ. Like some of those young guys, they're learning stuff that young guys in other places aren't learning, and just like, Jameis and Taysom, like they're both learning from Drew. Like that's something that a lot of teams aren't gaining in other places, especially not having preseason. So I think that's a huge advantage for us.
Next question is from Rod Walker.
I didn't have a question. I took it out.
Thank you.
Next question is from Luke Johnson.
Greg, Joe Bocci was telling us that you kind of have been using your experience coming into the league to kind of show him, how to do it. Going into that, what was your experience like coming into the league, and how similar is that to what some of these guys are going through right now, just with the lockout and everything?
Yeah, so obviously I came out lockout year, so I didn't even get an invite to training camp. So I guess you can say I came into the league through the back door, practice squad, and really just earn my take year after year, and just telling those guys, the young guys, like, man, like nobody cares about your situation, right? Because the show goes on regardless. And the faster you realize that, the faster you don't have any pity for yourself. And the more that you enjoy your day every day, then you realize how special it is to be here where you are. And, hey, like you get an opportunity, you only get one opportunity to do this. So you better put your best foot forward. And that's pretty much what I preach every day. Having fun while you do it. That's been a huge thing for me. Like it's a kid's game. We're just grown men who get to do it. And if you're not having fun playing football, then you really shouldn't be playing.
Next one's from John Sager.
You might have kind of answered this, but let me preface this by saying your answer can't have anything to do with the Qs. But you're the guy who kind of supplies a lot of energy for this team. What is your thought process, and what are you going through to kind of generate that each and every day?
Where do I go?
Yeah, I mean, where do you go to mentally to kind of find that every day?
Oh man, I just wake up. I wake up, man. I got it. You know, I mean, I've always been like that. Like you can go back to when I was in high school, middle school. It's like it's something that I don't know, can't really teach it. Like you got to have it. You can fake it, you know, but I mean, people can see through that, you know. And I have a Celsius in the morning, so I want to throw that out there. Thank you, Will Lutz, you know, Zach Wood. They give me a Celsius sometime in the morning, but I'm already gassed up before that. It's, you know, like when you realize, like I say this all the time, John, like I love playing football. You know, I love being around my brothers. And training camp is tough. You know, like you wake up, you're tired. The locker room is quiet. Training room is quiet when you get here in the morning. And I mean, I love to be that person, you know, liven it up, put a smile on everybody's face, and just realize, like, man, like we're all blessed to be here. And it could be 1,000 times worse, you know? So I just kind of live by that every day.
Next one's from Nick Underhill.
Just to follow up on that, have you thought about, like, with no fans in the games, like, will you guys have to manufacture that energy a little bit more just on Sundays?
Yeah, haven't really thought about it too much because, I mean, we usually gassed up on game days anyway. That's kind of who we are, you know, just as an organization. But I feel like our sideline is we're going to be turned like always, you know, and not having fans in the stands is I feel like we'll have some music going, and just like we have music at practice, you know, guys will be dancing, guys will be going, you know, and it just be something where we feed off of each other and just keep everything exciting and keep fun, keep things rolling.
Next question is from Jeff Duncan.
Hey, Craig, you all have had such great success the last 3 years, won 3 division titles, more games than anybody in the league. It's been pretty well documented. I'm curious to get your thoughts on just how motivated you all are by the way the seasons have ended. I mean, does that stick in your all's craw? Is it something that will drive you all this season?
Well, that's every year, right? We had this before. That was y'all's big question. Hey, how do y'all bounce back, right? And then we bounce back and then we don't finish. So our whole thing is just, you know, let's get into the playoffs and then let's focus on finishing. You know, but right now our first step is, you know, try to win the division. So we focus on that and just go step by step and just keep rolling. Like right now we really can't worry about, you know, finishing. You know, you got 32 teams and everybody has the same goal, right? So we focus on our first goal and then we go to the next after that.
Thanks.
No problem.
Next question is from Amy Just.
Yeah, back to energy. You're always dancing. You're always having a good time. But it seems to me that you're having even more fun when Teron Armstead's songs come on during practice. What's that been like? Just, you know, hearing him again, you know, and him exploring some of that creative outlet.
Yeah, I mean, y'all may not know this, but I'm his manager. You know, so I guess I have to do that. You know, if you want to promote your guy, right? Like you have to provide that energy, especially when his song comes on in front of all your teammates. You have to let all your teammates know that, hey, that's Teron. So that's pretty much me. But no, I'm not his manager. But man, like he's always sent me his music. He's always, you know, hey, what you think about this? Like, should I change this? So like when you hear the final product and you know how much work that he's put into it, right? Like you enjoy it like it's yours. And that's pretty much how I feel when I listen to his music, right? Like I'm jamming, you know, Big T said I'm with it. And I'm like, I remember he wanted to maybe use something else or he liked this other song versus this one, you know? And when his teammates listen to it, like, and me and him gassed up, like they're going to be gassed up when they listen to it. So it's just dope to see that everybody vibing out to his music. And he has great music. And if y'all want to stream it, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, just in case y'all want to go check it out.
Our last question is from Luke Johnson.
Hey, Craig, I'm just wondering if any of your taunting has ever worked.
Hey, Kerry.
What's up?
No, I mean he's best kicker in the game.
You know who I am?
You know,
Yeah.
we did talk about
Who
that's
is it?
that's the reason why we did it.
Isaac?
Me and Marcus, because
Yeah,
obviously it's going to be a little bit different for
Why your
kickers as
name is
well,
Nate?
right? That's something that people haven't
that
thought
was
of
on your
when there's
phone.
no fans in the stands. It becomes a point of they have
Come
white
on now,
noise.
stop.
They don't really hear anything. Now they don't have that white noise. It's going to be an echo,
Oh, yeah, how's it
playing
going?
in a Superdome where there's no people. So he's going to be able to hear, more taunting, more this, more that.
Hey, what's
so
up?
He's trying to find ways to, block it out and continue being the best kicker in the game.
All right, that should wrap it up. Thanks, Craig. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, Craig Robinson coming on. Hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing?
Wait, did he go to Tulane?
Yeah. What's going on? How you doing?
Who is that, Kerry?
I think that's Nathan.
Is the hurricane coming?
Yeah, it did hit. It hit Southwest Louisiana.
Hey, Kerry, there's Sam.
Sam.
Super Sam.
Put him in.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Say it.
Welcome to the show.
All right, see you later. So we have Nathan on. So.
How's everything going?
So ask him a question about the Saints.
So, yeah, what's going on? Come on now, I ain't got the time, y'all. Stop laughing. Come on, this is not funny. I won't turn y'all off.
Hey.
Come on now, let's not stop playing.
Yeah, so look, that press conference, because look, I mean, a bunch of teams, their cams absolutely got shut off today.
Yeah, everybody.
No, not the Dolphins.
No?
No, I think it was like the Packers, the Colts, all those teams.
It's a few teams that got on their eyes.
Hey,
what's up?
Yeah, so David Montgomery is going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You know who
I just read all the reports, so I just read everything that.
Because I was reading the score. I was looking at all the news stories on the score earlier. So.
Yeah.
They have some nice news stories, right?
Yeah, they have excellent news stories, Isaac.
So what are you commentating today? Because I know you didn't know basketball yesterday because they won.
I think I don't know. We don't have no games. We probably might not have games.
No, there is going to be games. They announced. So they're playing today, the NBA.
I guess I'll commentate some of those games, Isaac.
Hey.
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 He's glitched. He's absolutely glitched.
I ain't glitching, Isaac. Are you that damn? Oh, gets me aggravated. Okay, once again, apologize for the. Once again, we'll have another Saints player come up in a second, so we're waiting on them to come up. Yeah.
Yeah. So
there is no
glitching.
Isaac.
I'm gonna comment. No, I glitched out. Because I'm outside.
Oh, you glitched out, yeah.
So there's no Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's no Wi-Fi?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
Y'all don't laugh about this, Isaac. That's devastating. Whoever was laughing about that, they better stop. About what happened over there in Southwest Louisiana, Lake Charles area. That's devastating. You don't laugh about stuff like that. So once again, our thoughts and prayers go out to those people in Southwest Louisiana and Lake Charles area. Once again, Hurricane Laura made landfall about 1 a.m. this morning around Cameron Parish, Louisiana. Yeah.
Hey, who was that? Who was laughing?
Somebody said, "Oh, is a hurricane coming?" No.
Yeah, that was Sam.
That you don't laugh at that stuff, Isaac. That's serious business right there.
No, Sam. Sam laughed.
Sam should understand this
No,
is a very
no.
devastating storm that happened.
No, he wasn't laughing at that. He was laughing at you saying "Welcome to the show."
So I saw somebody smiling about that. Don't smile about that. That's not funny.
At 5:10, I'll be commentating the
All right.
Reds and Brewers. That's the first game. So that's only 7 innings. It's a doubleheader, so.
Then I saw somebody say, "Oh, you get hit by the hurricane." You don't say nothing like that.
I didn't say that. Hello,
Isaac.
do you hear me?
I hear you, Isaac. Are you kidding me? Come on, Isaac. God damn it, son. Let's go. Quit wasting time.
I can't hear. I'm gonna have to.
Come on, son. Quit wasting time. Oh, this kid's aggravating. Okay, we'll wait a few minutes. I don't want him coming on here ruining the show, and then I'll be getting. At a very. Isaac, show your face, Isaac.
Hey, no, I'm outside. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, at 5:10, I'm doing the first game of the doubleheader of the Brewers.
I can hear you, Isaac. I can hear you clearly.
Maybe you'll tune in for that, right?
No.
No. Why?
We're waiting on the Saints players to come up in a few minutes, Isaac.
Yeah, no. That's at 3:10 your time. So you don't have to, unless you be asleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be asleep, Isaac.
All right, I'll send it to you anyway if you want to watch the replay, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so anyone wants to know what Kerry's doing tonight? He's doing WWE.
I'm not doing WWE, Isaac.
Yes, you are.
Come on, stop. I'm turning you off. I'm about to remove you out of here.
Then what are you doing tonight?
I'm about to remove you, so stop.
All right, I'll stop.
So what you was talking about? We're just waiting on an update on the Saints. So it should be coming up. Another player should be coming up in a few moments. So let's go over some more news headlines. We'll wait for another Saints player to come up. I apologize for everything going on. Let me mute this mic. We're moving for a few minutes. Let's go ahead and go over some more news headlines. Once again, I apologize. We had a little kids coming on there playing with it's not how we work around here. So once again, I'll switch back. Let's see what else we'll talk about. Okay, let's put this in. This is from the Denver Post. Let's get this up on the screen. Okay, this is from the Denver Post. NBA postponed Thursday's playoff game, so that will be postponed. So unfortunately, we might not be able to do a game tonight. So that's that's per report. This is from Mike Singer. You can follow him at the Denver Post. Follow him at the Denver Post. So it will be canceled for a second day. So due to the Jacob Blake incident that went on in the other night. So Game 5 will be rescheduled. So once again, no games tonight for the NBA. So this is according to the Denver Post. Once again, follow them at the Denver Post. So let's see. We'll switch this over. Oh, shoot. It looks like we ain't got another Saints report. We'll just go over some more news headlines here. Let's put this up on the screen. Give me 1 second to switch it. Okay, a BMW Championship leaderboard live coverage going on right now. BMW Championship going on as we speak. So that's out at. Let's give you a leaderboard update. Okay, let's give you those leaderboard updates right now. If you got any leaderboard updates, waiting on the leaderboard screen to come up. Switch it. Okay, the leaderboard update as of once again 11:30 Central, 12:30 here in the Central Time Zone. 12. Okay, Ricky Wiskowski is looks like beginning. His tea time will begin at 12:30. Also, Brandon Steele at 12:30. Brandon Hartman at 12:30. Alex Norrin at 12:30. Henry Higgs, that'll be again at 12:30. Adam Hardwin will begin at 12:30. Cam Smith from I think he's from Australia, 12:41. These are the tea times. So it's going to be round two. We'll begin at 1:36 Central, 2:36 in the Eastern Time Zone. So this is all the. Once again, go to CBS Sports Golf. Go to CBS Sports Golf for more information. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay, NHL playoffs, Islanders and Flyers, game 3 predictions and more. So that's game 3 predictions. Right now, let's give you those rundown of those. The money line right now is 110 for Philadelphia and also 110 for New York. So that's on the money line. The puck line is 1.5 for Philadelphia, so they're underdog there. Also, Flyers and Islanders over and under it's 5 goals. Also, Philly to return 1,300 money line bet this season. So that's once again that's on the Islanders and the Flyers tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. That'll be once again, this is from CBS Sports. Go to CBS Sports. Okay, let's see if we got any more Saints training camp updates. Looks like we don't. Looks like we're just waiting to see if they got any more players come up. Looks like we don't have any more. We'll go over some more headlines here. We'll put this up on the screen. Okay, Damian Lillard reportedly won't need surgery on knee after leaving the bubble. So this is from Joseph Zucker. You can reach him at Bleacher Report. That's Bleacher Report. What is going on? What, Isaac? What's going on? I'm removing this ass. I ain't putting up with this crap. I am not putting up with this. So once again, this is from Bleacher Report. I gotta remove this. I'm not happy about this. Remove this. So once again, this is from Bleacher Report. Go to bleacherreport.com. Let's go out to the Tennessean. Let's put this up on the screen. And listen to that crap. Okay, once again, Titans canceled practice in the aftermath of social injustice protests that's going on in the country. This is from the Tennessean. Go to the Tennessean.com. It's Tennessean.com. So once again, we'll wrap this up. Wrap this up. Looks like we don't have any more Saints practice reports coming in. So looks like for today. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. Once again, please donate to the relief efforts when it comes out to help out the people in Lake Charles and Southwest Louisiana due to Hurricane Laura hitting that area. Once again, our thoughts go out to those people. Look, that's just absolutely devastating storm that happened this morning around 1 a.m. That was just, look, watching that news coverage all night was absolutely a constant reminder of Katrina back 15 years ago when we had that tragedy over here. So please keep those people in your thoughts and prayers. Hopefully, everybody, if all the rescuers, if we can get those rescued people out, hopefully everybody will be okay. But they had 2 people died this morning, so that's please keep those people in your thoughts and prayers tonight. So once again, thanks for joining us. Let's wrap this up. Okay, please follow us on Twitter at Talk Kerry. Also, follow me at Facebook.com. Also, you can follow me on the YouTube channel. We'll be there all this week. Also, you can follow me on the Tumblr channel. And also, you can follow me on Sportscaster, flagship of Sports Talk. Also, follow me on Twitch. Also, you can follow me on Sportscaster. And many more. And also, you can email me anytime. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your so once again, this it's been once again been a rare morning. So so I was trying to like I said. So everybody have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.